Hey guys, so if you read the title of the video, you probably know what I'm doing. I'm going to be shuffling this unopened pack of Keyforge cards 100 times, unsleeved. And I'm doing this to show that you can shuffle your cards without too much bending, with very minimal bending and very minimal effects on the cards. So, why is it useful? It's useful so you can shuffle your cards without sleeving them because sleeves cost a lot of money. I don't have that kind of money. I don't want to buy too many sleeves, even though I love sleeves, as shown by my sleeve deck right here. On my sleeve deck right here. But either way, I want to be able to shuffle my cards without too much bending, anyways. Sleeved or unsleeved. So I'm going to be showing you how I shuffle my cards to prevent bending. And it's basically just a vertical riffle shuffle when you get down to it. So riffle shuffles tend to be horizontal. So demonstrated on right here. Tend to be more like this. I take my deck of cards horizontal and I just riffle like that. The problem with that is it's really easy to be forceful with your cards when you shuffle it that way. So it's really prone to bending when you riffle shuffle horizontally. So to prevent that, we're going to do a vertical riffle shuffle. And when you do that, you have more control with your thumbs, more control with your hands. It's a bit awkward when you start up, but you get a lot more used to it. And I'll link another video in the description where I learned this technique from. It's what I use every single day to shuffle my cards. And yeah. So let's open up this pack of cards right here. Ophazen, Crook of the Bitter Singularity. Honestly, a really fun deck. I played it a lot on TCO. Might use it in a tournament someday. Has a really cool combo with Common Cold and Double Darna, so you can really make like 7 Amber 1 turn with Untamed and then forge a key with a Choda Hazari or a key charge. That's really nice. It has Gravit Cycle, a couple of the Everywheres. Just some decent board clear all around. It's just a very solid deck. So, oh, and something else is Special Delivery and Brent the Fanatic. So, yes, you'll purge Brent the Fanatic, but you'll steal 3 Ember. And that's obviously very nice. Disclaimer, I'm not the best at opening decks of cards like this. There we go. I'm really careful. And I'm also very careful with my cards anyways. If you know me in person, I hate bending cards. And I like keeping them in good condition. Hence why I sleeve a lot of my cards anyways. But if it's a sealed tournament, I'm not going to sleeve it too much, you know? I'm usually one of the only people at my seals who don't sleeve their cards for sealed tournaments. That's because I've almost mastered this technique. So this is the deck right here. Before we start, got a couple of wear and tears as I focus my camera. Hello? Hello? Alright, that's not working too well. That's not good. But got Common Cold right here. There we go. So you see that this is obviously it's a new deck. Not too much wear and tear on all sides. Has been packaged for a while, but we're about to finally use this deck and get it going. All right. So here we go. Every 10 shuffles, I'm gonna take a pause and I'm gonna keep going. So let's go. Oop, and I'm gonna do it farther ahead. This is also proof that I shuffle 100 times in the same session. So I can put it on my blog and people have evidence of, hey, you shuffled 100 times. You know? Oh boy. Here we go. So vertical shuffle like this. And I'm not going to teach you entirely how to do this right now because I just want to do the 100 shuffles. But you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. I'm just using my thumbs right now so I can pinch them across the sides. Very good. I might shuffle a bit farther ahead. There we go. So that's 3 shuffles. And you notice that it's actually very precise when you get it down. Like, you can almost get perfect riffle shuffles pretty easily. That's about 3 times, 4 times now. I think I'll like it 5, but I'll just do it 6 more times. Alright. 5 times. There we go. And I'm just pushing it in afterwards, pushing it in gently. Alright. Got 6 times, I think, or 7. I don't even know at this point. I'll just put like a tilde, and then that'll be like my about symbol for this. So even after 7 shuffles, it's still looking pretty good. Like, you notice I'm not putting a lot of tension on the cards. Got 7, 8 times, 2 more times. I'm not going for super exact, I just wanted in double digits. 2 more times. Alright, and 1 more time. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see what we got. Cards looking pretty nice still. You can see not a lot of wear and tear. Obviously shuffled. Oh. this is heavy Brobnar. Not sure. That could have been shuffled a bit better at the time. I think it's just me opening up a unopened sleeve of cards. But in general, shuffle's not too bad. I think the issue was I did a lot of like perfect shuffles here and there, and it kind of overlaid on top of itself. Again, this is why I recommend on my blog to mix up your shuffles, do some overhands, you know, do some of this. That will help a little bit, right? Just mix it up, right? You gotta mix it up, right? There's a video you can watch. I'll link it in the description by number file again, where if you can actually get any card in a deck of cards in a certain position if you do enough perfect riffle shuffles. So riffle shuffling is great at randomizing, but you can also use it to a degree to put cards in areas you want them to be in a deck, if it's perfect, right? And I didn't do completely perfect ones, but I did kind of close to it. So you gotta be careful of that. So you can see the deck, even after 10 shuffles, it's looking really good. Like, it's looking about the same when we open it. There's almost no wear and tear after 10 riffle shuffles. So that's really good. But we got 90 more times of doing this, so let's keep going. Another reason why that I recommend this shuffle over the horizontal for not bending cards is that vertical shuffling puts the bend towards the corners rather than putting it towards the side, right? When you bend the cards, you're really forcing that bend. But this, you're kind of just dropping the cards a little bit, like that. So, it's not bad, you know. You're dropping it versus like forcing it. And obviously we're not doing the bridge when we do when we do this kind of shuffle. So, that's nice. Now, obviously, I've been doing this for a while, doing this for months now, so I have this pretty down to an art. Also, at this point, I'm not even counting a whole lot, really. I'm like 6 or 7 at this point. Pretty sure. I'll just do 4 more times, just to be safe. And I'm really focusing on the corners again. Focusing on the corners of my thumb to get this down. So I'm just cutting it like that. I'm here. Alright. Hopefully this video can be like some ASMR right now at the very least. Watching a poor guy shuffle extensively. I'm pretty sure that was 20 times, but we'll just do it 1 more. Just to make sure we got this down. Alright, cool. Alright, so obviously again, back to the point. Looks almost the same. Very, very minimal wear and tear on the cards. You can see it's nothing really on the sides. Now it's shuffled very, very well, as we can see. Cards don't tend to overlap a lot. We got a lot of house diversity going on. I mean, this is what shuffling should look like. Randomize. Yeah. Cards still feel really nice. Like, I mean, guys, this is like an optimal way to shuffle cards. Sleeved or unsleeved. But again, we have 8 more times of this. And the reason I'm doing 100 times, one, is a nice number. Oh, let's actually look at the bending of the cards. So the cards don't seem to be bent too much right here. They seem to be mostly fine. Now, if you notice, there's a little bit of bend going on. Just a little bit of bend. But it's very minimal. But the actual wear and tear in the cards, almost nothing. So, and that's because, you gotta apply low pressure and just be careful with them, right? All right. So, yeah. So people can argue right now that I'm being very nerdy, and I am very nerdy, but I also really care about my cards. And so this kind of video is not for everyone, I guess. It's more for people who are really taking care of their cards, which, I would say that we don't see a lot of people, it's not as many of us like nerds taking care of cards at Keyforge, because Keyforge cards don't tend to lose value over time. That's because since every deck's unique and we're not swapping cards here and there, the cards are retaining value because they're all part of the same deck. It's the decks that retain value in Keyforge, not the cards themselves. So a card doesn't have to be in its best condition. Hell, you can go and pee in your card probably. Don't actually do that. Pee in an unsleeved card, that's being a jerk right there. But you can pee in a card and then still have to, if it's part of the deck and you have all the cards, you probably have the same value either way, right? That's just what's going to happen. So, but obviously I don't pee in my cards. So that's something I'm not going to do, But yeah, so okay, at this point I'm just kind of guesstimating where I'm at right now. I'm obviously gonna do 100 times. I think that was like 9, right? Something like that. I'll just attack 3 more times. So yeah, this deck is pretty solid again. This is a pure kind of Amber Rush kind of deck. And I just love the combos with Rend the Fanatic. I already mentioned a special delivery combo, but it's also a combo with pounds, so you can just pound Brand, or kill him off with Common Cold, kill him off with other cards like that, so that's cool. Alright. 30 shuffles. What do we got? Wear and tear still very minimal. Straight it out real fast. Pretty solid. I'm trying to focus my phone again, but wow, okay, I cannot focus my phone. Yep, and it still shuffles very well. Got a nice little juicy Untamed right here. Not the best Untamed pile, but it's Untamed for sure. Alright. 70 more times. There we go. Oop, that was not very good. And again, you don't want to push the cards in per se. You just kind of like giving them a nudge. Once they fit in, once they fit in the crease right here, just push it in a little bit like that, and they'll just squeeze right in. Not too much of force. It's 2 times. It's 3 times. Four times. You'll see when you screw it up. Like right there, I saw like those 2 cards not wanna interweave. They just want to stay on top of each other. So that's a thing. Hence why you gotta practice. Not perfect at this again. I'm pretty good at it though. But definitely good enough for randomizing it, you know. But again, I always mix my shuffles. You know, you see my blog in a link below that I have a routine. You know, I do 4 of these, about 4 to 5. I pile shuffle, then I do a couple more riffle shuffles, maybe an overhand here and there, and then I offer a cut, right? So, got a routine going on. Something you gotta get in the habit of, right? And this is something you can practice, you know, doing anything monotonous, right? You can practice shuffling, watching TV, watching the news, watching YouTube. It's all watching, really. I don't know. Waiting for your kid at a sport event, because why not? You're a freaking nerd, right? There's a lot of ways you can practice shuffling while you're doing something monotonous, you know? I wouldn't recommend it while driving a car. That might cause an accident, right? But, you know, stopping on the highway and we just shuffle some cards real fast, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, you open up that pack of cards from your local game store. I'm gonna shuffle those cards, you know, before I go home so I can play with my kid afterwards, right? Something like that. That'd be hilarious. But, you know, shuffling is something you gotta practice over time, right? Alright, I'm pretty sure that was 10 times right now. So, what, 40 times now? Alright, 40 times. Gosh, I'm just losing track of my time. But, again, very minimal wear and tear after 40 shuffles. Okay? Pretty nice. Cards look, I'll say, now we're starting to see some more bend. If you see that, bend's going on over here. But besides the bend, it doesn't matter a whole lot, really. Even though there's a slight bend in the corner, that's a given with shuffling. Starting to see more wear and tear here, these sides. But again, even after, you know, 35, 40 shuffles of this, that's how many shuffles you need really for a tournament, right? I mean, if we riffle shuffle, you know, say 7 times over a tournament, you know, per game, right? Before each deck cycle, that's 5 rounds right there. So even after 30 shuffles, if this deck is still looking pretty good, right, that's gonna last you a 4-round tournament, which is most locals, right? So this method right here is pretty well, and I'm gonna guess, strongly guess, and we'll see it soon. I'm gonna strongly guess that this method will definitely work for a high caliber tournament if it's sealed as well. You know, and as I said before, card conditions don't really matter in Keyforge a whole lot because it's decks that retain value, not the cards, right? So there we go. Right. But because we're doing 100 times for the viewing value and for the experiment and just the fun of 100 times of shuffling one deck of cards, we're gonna keep going now. So we're at 42 right now, at least. Someone can probably leave in the description below how many times I actually shuffled my cards, because I'm just guesstimating it like 10 every time. But I'm definitely shuffling a lot. That was pretty good right there. That's like what, 3 now? 4? Oh, I'll say 3. I always go down, so that way I at least hit that 10, you know? That's 4 shuffles. Oop. I got my mother calling me at the moment. I'm gonna unfortunately leave her on the... I'm gonna not call her really briefly because I'm in a video. Now, I sound like a jerk right now because I'm saying that. But, you know, sometimes gotta keep privacy to privacy, you know? But, I don't want to make 2 videos of the same thing. She might call me again on the phone. But, it's okay. You know, I'm just gonna call my mother, actually. Well, I got like 2 more times shuffling this. Around that. Alright. 2 more times. And I feel like a card game Mr. Beast for shuffling this 100 times. Alright. Let's acquire a phone. House phone right here. Let's call my mother. Let's see what's up. Alright, so here we go. Condition. Hey, what's up, you called? No? Yeah, no problem. Be right back, video. Okay, video. We are still going on. I'm probably going to put an annotation somewhere to skip my delay in the milk because I have really poor video editing skills. But, yeah. So, we had milk in the kitchen, or rather, we had milk in the garage. We have 2 fridges because my parents didn't throw away the old fridge after they got a new fridge. And so they have 2 now for backup. Oh, also, we are on 50 shuffle so far. About that. I have 50 more to go. I'll probably do it to 110 because I'm kind of paranoid that I didn't get 100. So I'm going to keep doing it to like 110 just to make sure we got it going on. So, yes, we do have milk in the fridge downstairs and one of the fridges. But for some reason, my family in general, tends to just love milk. So we are apparently obtaining another jug of milk because why not? So we are at 2 milks to be coming soon. That's right. Note that I have only arisen about an hour and a half ago, so I'm still somewhat groggy from waking up, but that is okay. That's okay, because I'm shuffling cards monotonously while talking to myself in a sporadic and somewhat demential way. Indeed. So, is it possible to go crazy shuffling cards? We'll have to see. Have to find out. Oh man. And if you're actually staying with me the entire video so far, I mean, this video is mostly proof of me shuffling 100 times, but if you're actually listening to my commentary, I appreciate it. Yeah. Thinking of making a podcast at some point. If I do make a podcast, I could make a rambling podcast. That would be interesting. Just me rambling some thoughts to myself. Not sure if people will like that, but yeah, that would be interesting for sure. Oh, that was not good. It's called me getting tired and lazy shuffling. Do. All right. What? It's a I'm guessing that's 10 times, but I want to do it a couple more times just to really hammer it down and make sure that we get this properly. But again, by the point of this video, you should realize that if you riffle shuffle like 30 times, you're going to be just fine. Your cards will be in good condition. Note that I'm also playing, or I'm rather shuffling on a playmat. So playmats help tremendously in taking care of your cards because it keeps the dust away from your cards. So I recommend that you mainly do this on a playmat so your cards will be in good condition, you know. That was a very hard shuffle because why not? All right, we are at 60 shuffles at least so far. So again, we got slight bending going on. We got one mark right there. Hard to see. That mark right there. Gray mark. Right, come on, shadow. Right over there. And then cards themselves looking pretty solid though. Don't have too much wear and tear. Bending still here, obviously. You know, you can fix that a little bit by, I guess, bending the other way. But I don't mind it. It is what it is. The cards themselves looking pretty good. I would still put this in a very good condition right now. There's some very minimal bending. In terms of shuffling, the 60 times, looking really, really good shuffle. You know, I've got a nice mix of cards. I don't see any clumps more than 4 cards of a house, which is pretty balanced. So, yeah, we are looking pretty good with 60 shuffles. All right, 40 more. Now, if you notice, I don't do completely perfect cuts. That's why I mix up my shuffles so I can get something, get better shuffling going on. All right. Now, obviously, if you want to do a perfect shuffle, I don't recommend this method too much because it can be pretty hard, even doing this for months. So, but I recommend watching that video in the description talking about the perfect riffle shuffles and what you can do with them, like the kind of math and magic tricks you can do with them. So, the guy in the video, he weaves the cards, kind of. He just puts them very close and just weaves them, sort of. Pretty hard to do, looks like, but it takes practice. So, it's pretty cool. That's like what, 5 shuffles now. Very nice. Got 6 shuffles. And 7. And we've got 8. Going on for 9 shuffles. Got 9 right here. And we got 10. All right, about 70 shuffles so far. So here we go. Cards, again, looking pretty good. I don't know what else to say, really. Maybe 1 mark here, 1 mark there. I mean, very minimal bending of cards. I mean, look at that. I mean, you could probably keep that standing, honestly. Can you? That's hard to do, actually. Somewhat. But again, it still looks pretty new, honestly. I don't see much of a change, like... Yeah. Alright. Going on to 80 shuffles, so let me actually fan it out real fast. I mean, the edges and the corners, they look really good. Like a tiny mark right there, that's about it. Like, yeah. So this is literally 2 tournaments worth of shuffling we've done so far. At least on unsleeved cards. And they're still looking pretty solid. So now we're going to do 3 tournaments worth of shuffling. You know? Come on, 2 shuffles again. Now, I know I'm taking a long time shuffling, but I want to be thorough. I want to show off that I am doing all the shuffling in the same session. There's no BS involved. And I want to show off that, I'm showing you how it looks each time. Gotta be thorough. I also want this video as well because I've seen vertical shuffling by people, but it's always with sleeved cards. So this is a good unsleeved demonstration going on. It's like, what, 74 shuffles now? Around that. Hitting the 3/4 mark pretty soon. That's awesome. So I can do something else in my life. 75. Man, I should really do like a 1,000 riffle shuffles. What did I learn with 1,000 riffle shuffles? Honestly, nothing. That, probably learned that this is a pretty effective method of shuffling. And doesn't bend cards too much. Cards are in pretty good condition. So, yeah. Alright, so 3 more times about that. Now, obviously, when I do this video for real, I'm gonna put like timestamps. I'm gonna link it to the very last version of what it was before. So, but obviously, if people want to look back at the video, and see the proof of me shuffling for over half an hour now, they could do that, and you can hear my rambling. Very good. Rambling's pretty fun. Oh, got like 1 mark right there. A couple marks. So now we're starting to get some more wear and tear. But again, this is what happened with shuffling. You can't not get wear and tear with shuffling after 70 times? No, wait, already 80 times. Wow, we've done a lot. So now we got 20 more to go. So we've done like 80 shuffles now, I think about it. So it's pretty impossible to not get wear and tear after 80 shuffles. Of just any shuffle, really, if you ask me. Particularly riffle. Because riffling, you're really doing a lot of work. So, but have we kept our deck in really good condition so far? Yeah, we have. I mean, it's still looking really solid. We're not going to see any change to cards in terms of the sides if we do sleeve it. I mean, again, this is really good, Alright, 20 more, 30 more times. I said I'll do 110. Just to make sure I got like over 100, or at least 100, About 81 shuffles right now. Getting in close to the finish line. Don't have too much else to say. Since I'm playing on a Snudge playmat, let's talk about Snudge. I love Snudge. Some of those cards I don't really get in decks a whole lot, really. I've had it in a couple of decks, but they're not decks I play, so too much. But he's a fantastic card. I mean, or she. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if this creatures have, this demons at least, have any gender or sexuality. Maybe they do. No idea. I think if you ask me, they don't really have one. There is more like entities that exist. Kind of. Well, we know they exist because they're sort of parasitic robotic beings, based off the lore. But I mean, yeah. I don't think they have an associated gender, by all means. You don't need one, personally. There's, they can be non-binary, I suppose. But, yeah. I mean, some of them definitely look more feminine than masculine and vice versa. Like, take a look at, like, Lilithal, holy crap, or Succubus. Those cards look pretty feminine. So, yeah. Could just be the mask they adorn on themselves, Or Charette looks pretty feminine, to me at least. It could go either way. I mean, this tends to be like a pink-purple fashion, which tend to be more feminine colors, or at least royal-like colors, and black as well, I guess. So it could have the perception like that, but yeah, I don't really care. Yeah, it's not just really solid. I mean, he's so versatile in what he can do. And I'm calling him he again just because I don't know if it's he or she. I'm just calling he because kind of hopefully encompasses both, you know? But it's not just like, you know, you can put your own artifact back in your hand, your own creatures to get your own play effects going on again, but their creatures to get them off. You know, it's just an amazing card, honestly. Cards like him are really give key, you know, will make card games, you know, having versatility in what they can do. You know, that's how you know a card is gonna be a signature card that's very solid, right? You know, there's just so many ways you can use this effect, right? Just bounce cards back to your hand, whatever. In a future article, I'll be talking about like him a bit more, not as a card, like not a whole article based on Snudge, but on like an example of what you can do, mainly around card bouncing, particularly artifact bouncing. I think that's a good topic to talk about. But yeah, alright, I'm pretty sure that was 10 more times. My cat's here now, so that's nice. My cat's approaching my legs now, and it's very interesting. Alright, what do we got? Wear and tear, almost nothing. Like, look at this. Look at 90 shuffles so far. Yep, how you doing? And the card's looking very good. I don't know if it's just me, but I think the marks I see before are kind of gone. I could be going crazy right now, but hello. So, wow, these cards look pretty new actually either way. I mean, yes, we opened this cards about less than 40 minutes ago, but they still look really good. Either way, like I would sell this for a very good price, honestly. They haven't. It doesn't look like they've been played a lot, you know. By all means. So, yeah. I mean, even at 90 shuffles, this is a success, you know. All right. Oh, I should fan it out again, right? Okay, fanning it out. Yeah, card's looking in very good condition. Sorry I got that glare going on with the sun, but that's a thing. Hello, window. All right. So now that if you've gotten this far in a video, congratulations, you've gotten this far in a video. But I am balancing my phone on The Mind, like the board game The Mind, which is a very fun game. The cards in The Mind are pretty beat up because we've played that game so many times. It's just a great game to play. But also the cards is 100 cards you need to shuffle. So when you get lazy like me, I just shuffle the riffle everything together, you know. 2 halves of 50 cards each. That doesn't go very well with riffle shuffling. I mean, what I'm shuffling at least like 18 cards or something like that, you know, 16 cards ish per half I'm shuffling. So when I'm doing it that many times, you know, with 50 cards each,